Are we ready, kids?
Aye, Captain.
I mean, that was the way to start the pirate draft. Hello and welcome to the Quite Drafty Podcast, episode 18, I think. Is that right? Are we 18?
Cool, we're getting on a bit, aren't we?
I can't count.
Yeah.
We're a bit older than 18, but...
Well,
I feel
no,
18.
the podcast is finally able to drink.
Only
Yo, ho,
It
ho,
hasn't
bottle
been
of rum.
drinking for years.
Let me introduce the fellow people with me. I'm Pex, and joining me, as always, we have Jay,
Hello.
Ollie,
Yar! Pirates!
and Seth.
Aye, Captain.
Okay, this has been an interesting start already.
Let's go.
Category-wise, I think you might be able to guess it at this point, but Jay, why don't you enlighten us?
We be drafting pirates.
Rawr.
Yes.
Pirates.
I think the number of times people are going to do really bad West Country accents today is going to be through the roof. So,
As it should be. As it should
Traditional
be.
West Country pirate.
well, I mean, the pirate accent is a take on the West Country accent. This is well known.
Aye.
Lots of pirates were Irish, lots of pirates were West Country,
Yeah.
lots of pirates were Welsh.
Yep.
All over the place.
Now I'm imagining a tractor on a pirate ship.
I mean, what is a tractor but a land-based pirate ship?
What is a pirate ship but a sea-based tractor?
Exactly.
The tractor of the seas.
I
Honestly,
enjoyed
a
with
great name for a pirate ship.
I like that with the English accent, you can say, yes, me, I, as I.
Right. This being a pirate draft, we do need to decide the order that we are going to be drafting our pirates in. It will be an integer. It will be greater than 0. It will be less than 50.
I have a number.
Go
You're
on, Jay.
getting so specific. God.
It's 8.
Why
be
is it
happy
8?
with a small number. In
Pieces
the
thereon.
Caribbean, one of the prevalent bits of currency that we used during pirate times were pieces of 8. And because of that, I figured
Yeah.
8.
That's pretty cool. So, yep, we will shuffle 8 times.
You missed the opportunity to get him to press it 49 times.
Dang it. Next week.
I have to bring that number down, aren't I? Right,
No.
so hitting the shuffle button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have Sef, Pex, Ollie, J. 6, J, Sef, Pex, Ollie. 7, J, Ollie, Pex, Sef. And 8, J, Pex, Sef, Ollie.
I enjoy that I was
Best
first
luck.
for the last 3 clicks.
Yeah.
This is mine.
I was doing so well in the last couple of drafts, being not at the very end, and here I am again.
We're in gypsum order. Gypsum.
X do mark the spot.
So, Jay, you get to do the first pirate of the day, or will Ollie steal your booty? No, it is Jay.
I'm going to start with a space pirate because I have lots of classical pirates, but I want to claim this one, and I heard a distant expletive. My first pick is Mark Watney from The Martian.
Terrible.
For any of our listeners
What
who
are
don't
you on,
know,
Jay?
please do go watch The Martian. It is a wonderful film. Cannot remember the name of the actor who stars in it, but he's wonderful. He works out
Matt
that by
Damon.
maritime... Oh, Matt Damon, thank you. By maritime law, because he is outside of international waters and I think he steals from his fellow crewmates, he has decided he is a pirate, and I think it's fantastic. And he grows a beard.
Excellent. He
I'm
does grow a
grateful
beard.
that's the direction that went in, because that was not on my board. So when you said space pirate, I was immediately worried.
I think we were all a bit worried at Space Pirate.
Instant fear.
All of the space pirates.
Indeed.
What
All
does
of
he
the
do
space
specifically
pirates.
that makes him so piratey? Is it just
Piratical.
that he's outside of the law?
There's a wonderful scene in the movie where he sits down and he's doing kind of like a video log to send back to Houston. And he's gone through maritime law and his specific circumstances about the fact that he's stranded on Mars. And he works out that by all of the different bylaws that effectively he comes under the technical definition of being a pirate. And for that, he's like, "So I'm a pirate, and I love this. I'm just riding with this now."
Fair enough. I love that we've started tenuous, because I feel like that is how we're going to go on.
That as you mean to go on always.
Has to be done.
Of course.
Well, I will also join in with Space Pirates for my first pick, and I am going to go with Hondo Ohnaka from Star Wars.
Solid.
Fantastic.
Just another
Solid.
one. I
Just-
love that guy.
Keeping it in space.
Yeah,
like that.
I felt like it had to stay up in space, but Hondo is quite a good character in that he's wonderfully cowardly and still has the kind of like swashbuckling finesse of a pirate. He obviously pops up in the Clone Wars series. He also pops up in the DLC for Star Wars Outlaws as a character,
does he?
and
Hell
playing a campaign where you are working with Hondo for a little bit. My goodness. The ineptitude of that man's work is hilarious.
God, I think you've sold me on playing that now. I want to know. I wish to work alongside this failure.
Hondo is also one of the main characters of the Star Wars ride at Disney.
Is he?
He
Oh,
is.
hell
It
yeah.
makes me so happy when you fly the Millennium Falcon in Smuggler's Run. It's Hondo who's on your headset going, basically berating you for not being a better smuggler.
As if he's got any room to talk.
so in character.
It's so good.
Okay, Seth,
ideal,
your
wonderful.
first round pick.
You know what? I'll change the order of mine a little bit to be in keeping with the space. I'm going to go with Ridley from Super Metroid, one of the high-ranking space pirates. In fact,
You mean a
you might not
dinosaur?
think that they're a pirate because they are essentially like a giant pterodactyl that breathes fire with like a extendable lance of a tail. However, in universe, they are referred to as the space pirates, and Ridley is a high-ranking space pirate. So there you go.
I can't
Are
dispute that.
you sure?
Yeah.
Oh,
Google it, look it up.
High-ranking space pirate.
That's
Species
very
unknown space dragon.
Space dragon.
But they are high-ranking space pirates.
Well
So there you
played,
go.
Seth. Well
I'll
played.
take it, yeah.
I'll take the letter of your laws.
I had no idea of that one, but that's pretty cool.
And
have to
there
give
you
it to
go.
him.
Well
Let's be real though. Like, if you were out sailing on your ship, and Ridley from Super Metroid shows up to plunder your ship, you're not coming out of that. You know.
Yeah, no one will survive.
Okay,
Lord.
let's go to Ollie's first round pick.
I don't have any space pirates on my list, which makes me sad because we could have the whole first round be space pirates, but I can't think of any off the top of my head that haven't already been taken. So I'm going to go with a real life pirate, a guy called Amaro Pargo, who was a Spanish privateer originally and went pirate, as so many of them did. He was an asshole because most of the real pirates were, but this is why I'm choosing him. Ubisoft, the game company, paid for the exhumation of his body by a university for real science, but they paid for it as promotion for the Assassin's Creed Black Flag game, as well as Uncharted, because he was essentially like the Spanish version of Drake, who is obviously in the important in the Uncharted game. So yeah, I'm so down for this. Can more game companies please put money into research and real life science and archaeology and things?
Assassin's
Please?
Creed's got quite a history for that kind of stuff as well, haven't they?
I know.
'Cause they dug out for Shadows, the Japanese one, the story of Yasuke, who was a slave in Portugal who got transported over to Japan and just became this massive samurai figure because he's huge.
Yeah.
We're like, wait, what?
He's just like, oh, that is a large man.
Yeah.
Good lord. That's really funny. But yeah, so absolute props to Ubisoft for doing that, because that's really fun. But yeah, so just, he's not even a character in the Black Flag game. He doesn't even feature. And yet, they were like, yeah, sure. You know, get his body out, try and do some facial reconstruction, figure out who else is in that grave with him. Because there were a lot of people in that grave. There were like 12 people. Good lord.
That is a very cool pick, I think. That's a good job.
It's not one I would have come up with. I like
he
it.
He was also a pirate for 17 years, which is so fucking long. I can't even begin to... So when you hear about pirates, you're like, okay, Blackbeard is like one of the most famous pirates. How long do you think he was a pirate for?
8 years.
2 years. He was a pirate for 2 years, and that was a pretty good run as pirates go, to be perfectly honest. Like,
what a reputation.
Crazy. 2 years.
What you're saying is that
what?
being a pirate was more like a gap year kind of situation. Like they went to sea to like find themselves and also treasure.
Yeah, like I that's what I did after I'd completed my A levels. I became a pirate for a couple of years. Went to
and it ends
afterwards.
in you being hung.
To be fair,
until you're dead.
To be fair, Pex, your uni degree was practically in piracy.
Yeah, hanged. Thank you, Seth. I mean, I don't know. It sounds like Amaro Pargo was a bit of a, bit of a flirt. So he could have also
everyone
been
knows
hung.
that Amaro Pargo was an economist.
Literally, his gravestone has a skull and crossbones winking on it because he's that much of a flirt.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Okay, Ollie, it is snake drafting here, so you also get the first pick of the second round.
Incredible. Thank you very much. I'm going to continue on the real life pirate trend that I've started on. For Anne Bonny, she's a classic. Everybody knows about her. She is one of the iconic female pirates. And fun fact, do we want to guess how long she was a pirate for? Just a guess.
6 months.
I'm going for a gap year. So yeah.
2 months. 2.
2.
That was
She came,
it.
she saw, she left a legend.
Yeah, she came, she saw, she got captured. They were like, we're going to execute you. And she was like, I'm pregnant. And they went, okay, we can't execute you then. And then she basically disappeared from the record. And nobody really knows what happened to her.
So
Fun
we
fact.
think she was a pirate for 2 months.
But she might have been a pirate for 11 years.
It could have been.
after
It could have been a lot
that.
longer. But yeah, no, the whole Anne Bonny, Mary Read, and John Rackham thing was really interesting because it's like so prevalent because that's big in the Assassin's Creed thing. But literally 2 months, that was it. And then one of them got executed, and then 2 of them went, we're pregnant, and then one of them got executed after, and the other one disappeared. Like, what the fuck? Come on.
So what you're saying is if I ever get caught as a pirate, I just need to be pregnant.
Yes. Or no. So that's the thing. There is no record of either of them actually having any kids. So
I've just got to
they
say
could've
that
just
I'm
been
pregnant.
like, yeah, you just say you're pregnant.
pregnancy.
Then they'll be like, oh well, we can't execute the kid as well. So I guess you get to live until you have your kid, and then escape. Great success.
There you go. Well, Seth, your second round pick.
Okay. Pirates that are mentioned as pirates in media. I believe that was the limitation. So, my pick for the second round, dear listeners, is you.
Ooh.
Not sure how familiar we are from 2005 pop songs about pirates featured in children's TV series. But there is a tune in Lazy Town titled You Are a Pirate.
A signed pirate by Lazy Town.
Now, listeners, do what you want, because a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
Yar har.
I'm just going to wait for Jay.
No
I
notes.
stuck to the
No notes.
letter and the spirit of the rules.
These are some good loopholes, Seth. These are some good.
I'm sure I'll
loopholes.
run out eventually.
I love this one. I would absolutely say yes. This is great.
Fully in support of this, no questions asked. Thank you very much.
Oh dear.
With no
Different
denial from
text.
Jay, I guess that's on the board.
I'm safe. I've pulled it off.
Shocking.
That one straight away in and successful. So
There's
congratulations.
no way you guys
Seth.
were going to let me pull that one off anyway. I'm
No,
not
there
even
was-
going to
There
try.
was no chance we were going to vote against that one. I feel like Jay might be less happy with my next pick because my next pick is Captain Pringle, who was a vinegary old salt.
Was Captain Pringle a pirate?
Now,
So, Seth first. I'll let Seth
I would like to point out there is a piece of media in which the Pringles man is referred to as a pirate. I believe it was our Snacks Draft episode of this podcast.
Oh, no.
That is a piece of media in which Captain Pringle is referred to as a pirate.
I should mention that though that is a piece of media, and that absolutely is a Captain Pringle, that is not the pirate Captain Pringle that I am referencing. I am referencing Captain Pringle from John Finnemore's Souvenir Programme, and Captain Pringle is indeed described to be a vinegary old salt. Captain Pringle is the captain of a pirate ship. It is his birthday, and he decides that he wants to go full speed towards the international date line so that he can have a double birthday.
Strong news.
That's amazing.
So that is the Captain Pringle I am drafting.
You know what? I like that. That's good pick.
Yeah, no complaints from me. I'd also do that if I had a ship and could speed towards the date line so I could get 2 birthdays. Hell yeah.
I did have a similar experience on Back to the Future Day where I happened to be on a P&O ferry from Dover to Calais, and around the same time that the DeLorean would have travelled through time, I went 1 hour into the future technically. So that was a nice thing for me on that day.
Hell yeah. Time travel.
Oh
Fabulous.
yeah.
Yep, time travel is real, folks.
I guess it's my turn. So on I wanted to mimic Ollie a little bit with a historic figure, but I am suddenly finding myself educated with some quick Googling and realizing that I don't want to pretend to know this person when I've learned a lot in the last 30 seconds than I knew before. So I am going to stick with their fictional character, which is Captain Barbossa from Pirates of the Caribbean. Specifically for that one scene, he walks down the stairs and goes, "What's become of my ship?" Because that's just... It's such a quotable moment. It's fantastic. But in a similar... I want to do a nod to a local cocktail bar, actually. In Portsmouth, there is a cocktail bar called Rapscallions. It's pirate-themed. It's all of the sort of cocktails that come with theatrics. So you've got sparks, flames, all of that fun stuff. But one of the things that happens with their feature menu is if you order a drink that is about a pirate, in this case, Barbarossa, who Barbossa is based off of, they tell you the history of the pirate before they give you the drink, which I think is fantastic. Although one thing that they've left out, and I am going to put a picture in the WhatsApp, I had no idea that Captain Barbarossa was actually a pirate. Oh, hold a second. I've put the picture, but not the history. He was an Ottoman privateer. So when you see Captain Barbossa from Pirates of the Caribbean and you have kind of the leathery jackets, the belts and everything, you know, you've got your Hollywood pirate. And then you look at the historic Captain Barbarossa and he's this chubby man with a turban. It's fantastic. And apparently it was actually the Barbarossa brothers who were just pillaging the Ottoman Empire for years. And I'm going to go do some homework on these chaps afterwards because from the little bit I've managed to read today, they sound fascinating.
This guy's style is absolutely incredible. All of the like artwork this guy clearly has had done of himself. He is looking so damn cool.
He's definitely
It's
got the
another
extra
one for
mile.
the great mustache game, isn't it? Like,
Oh, incredible mustache and beard game.
A potential Sef in the multiverse, maybe, mayhaps.
There's so many of me out there now.
yeah, the Seth canon just grows and grows and grows, doesn't it?
Everyone is Seth. Seth is everyone.
Seth is everyone so long as they are bearded and mustachioed.
Well,
This is definitely a tenuous Sef. Sef?
Steph?
Stefano.
Stefan. That is a good one.
Well,
Solid.
with this being a snake draft, Jay also gets the first pick of round number 3.
Gonna go for another fictitious pirate. I'm gonna go for Davy Jones, but not from Pirates of the Caribbean. No. This is the ghost of Davy Jones from SpongeBob.
I freaking knew that's where that was going to go.
I love Davy Jones in SpongeBob. He's fantastic as a character. There's this one scene that springs to mind where the whole episode is about how he puts a sock at the end of his like ghost tail, and it's a special. I'm not going to finish that sentence, but it's a fantastic episode. Great character.
Hey, what? What do you mean? What? I've not watched this episode. What do you mean? SpongeBob?
Davy Jones has a special sock.
That he puts on the end of his tail?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's innocent, but it doesn't sound it now that I'm saying it out loud.
I mean, the whole premise for SpongeBob was never originally that innocent.
How many off-color jokes could we get through the censors?
I'm putting a picture of said sock in the group chat, but if you get locked in Davy Jones' locker, there's also one of the downsides of being locked in it is that it's like a gym locker in SpongeBob, and in this case it's a gym locker that's filled with sweaty socks.
Oh no.
You definitely don't want to end up in Davy Jones's locker.
I definitely don't want to end up in Davy Jones's locker. That looks terrible.
That place does not smell good.
But I think there's another iconic scene in SpongeBob from this where SpongeBob and Patrick try to escape the Flying Dutchman, and to do that they have to run through the perfume section of a department store, and it's a fantastic sort of 10-second scene where it's just flash frames of them just like being horrified while being sprayed with like 10 different perfumes, and that just about sums up walking through a John Lewis in the UK. I'm gonna be honest.
God, yeah.
Yeah, that's a very relatable experience.
Or just walking past a lush, not even into a lush,
God,
just past a lush.
Like, lush is the worst place for your lungs that I can possibly imagine.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
up there with climbing gyms.
Yeah, it's lush, climbing gyms,
Danger zones.
and
for
Davy
pets.
Jones' locker.
And
Very
Davy
short
Jones
aside,
locker.
but I looked up the other day fun things to do in Dublin because I'm going to Ireland soon, and one of the things that came up on this guide was free massages, and it was go to your local lush, and that made it onto the tourist guide of Dublin.
Oh dear.
There are a lot going on in Dublin.
You go in and somebody
massage.
goes, "Give me your hand and I'll massage it," and you go, "Okay." And then
But
they
it's
give you
not
a
a
great
Dublin
hand
thing.
massage.
It's a lush thing.
It's
You
a
can go
lush
to any
thing.
lush store, but it made it onto a Dublin tour guide.
That's really funny.
Well, we are on to the third round for me. I am going to pick... I don't know whether or not this one's going to qualify as obscure. It's definitely a very old series of video games that I think they did one of more recently that I'm picking this guy from. And when I say guy, I quite literally mean guy. I am picking Guybrush Threepwood from the Monkey Island game series.
Oh my goodness, that's a
Oh,
throwback.
I have to do
nice.
a Google here. Let's see how piratey this guy is.
I had no concept of Monkey Island until I met my wife. One of the early things that we wound up doing together was she mentioned a game called The Curse of Monkey Island that she'd played a little bit when she was younger but never finished. So we found it on Steam and played through it together, trying to work out the point-and-click adventure that is The Curse of Monkey Island.
Oh, that's really cute.
This is a good pirate. You Google this, and this is like this is good pirate vibes. And he made it into the Sea of Thieves as well. I like that.
Quite a dashing pirate.
He is a very dashing pirate.
A dashing lad. I love a point and click as well.
Has anybody here seen the Christmas movie Klaus? Because he also looks just like the postman from Klaus.
He does look just like the postman from Klaus.
You know what? Gave up working at the post office, went to a life of piracy. I'm happy with that.
I've just looked up the postman from Klaus and it's spot on.
And I'm assuming Guybrush Threepwood is this the green fellow?
The green fellow.
Wait, Guybrush, is that the main character?
Where are you getting a green fellow from? He's blonde.
Yeah, he's blonde.
No, not for the main character. Oh, the main character is Guybrush. I did not expect the main character. I thought this was going to be like a separate person.
No,
I looked up Monkey Island, not specifically the name.
I did pick the main character in this case, although there are a lot of very, very strange characters in this game. But yes.
The original looks very like Sam and Max style. You press something and they say something snarky.
Oh yeah, it is an awful lot of getting sarcasm from people and just very odd noises from Guybrush at various different points.
Excellent, as it should be.
All right, third round. Choices. Well, given that my last choice was that you are a pirate, my third round is going to be me, that I am a pirate. When I was in Scouts, we did a production, you might have heard of them, called Gang Show, where I was a pirate in a stunning red jacket, might I say. At that time, I had to wear a fake beard because I was a child and had not yet grown the beard that I have today. And the song that I sang on stage to a crowd of, like a full theatre, It was the You Are a Pirate song from Lazy Town. I had a little solo in that. I had 4 lines. So yeah, I am a pirate. So I'm going to draft myself.
Seth, aka Theatre Pirate. I like it.
I mean, I think that theatre is definitely a form of media, so this does have to count.
There is no denying that I was a pirate in that media.
Someone recorded this. Please, did someone record it?
There may be a DVD of this performance somewhere in the house. I could hunt the archives.
Please.
That's a bonus feature for YouTube subscribers.
I'm not sure. I'll provide it for evidential purposes only.
I want to pitch something to the team here. If all of our picks were on the same boat together, Seth's boat is Ridley himself and somebody looking confused because they've just been kidnapped for having heard a song.
I like the fact that you assume that that's one person. No, that's everyone who has ever heard of the song.
That is a full ship.
Which, given its prolific use on the early internet...
this is more than Noah's Ark level of proportions.
We're going to need a bigger boat.
Oh, I love that we managed to work that quote into the pod. Well played. It
was going to happen. Fantastic.
Right, Ollie.
Okie dokes. Again, continuing on my theme of real-life pirates rather than one specifically from media, I'm going to go with a guy called Edward England, who was hilariously Irish, not English. He was a pirate for about 5 years, died from disease, not from execution, but he died from diseases because he was too nice, which is not something you can usually say about pirates, but basically he got into a tiff with a British trading company guy who basically slaughtered like 1/5 of his crew, which was like a 500 people crew, so quite a lot of people died. Basically got the runabout for 10 days. The other guy surrendered and Edward decided not to execute him. And so his crew went, fuck you, and marooned him, and then he died. Which a pirate that died because he was too nice? Unheard of.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That is absolutely a top quality pick.
Top quality pick.
I like the fact that you've got a pirate on there who was an absolute asshole, a pirate on there who was too nice, and a pirate on there who got off because they were pregnant.
quote unquote pregnant.
Yes.
But like she wasn't really doing stuff for long enough to get a reputation as a particularly like vicious or particularly anything. But my next pick did have a reputation for being extra dick-holery, and had the nickname La Bouche, because he would not only physically eviscerate you, he would also verbally eviscerate you. Olivier Levasseur. I don't know how you say his name properly, but Olivier Levasseur. This was a French guy. He was a pirate for about 8 years, and he took part in one of the biggest pirate heists that happened. And the amount of money that he and a couple of other pirates stole was like, I think they got like 50,000 guineas apiece. When they split it, and also like extra loot as well. And basically, he was offered by the French government amnesty if he gave a bunch of the loot back. So they were like, we'll stop hunting you and trying to kill you if you give us a bunch of the loot back. And he basically went, go fuck yourselves, and then hid on the Seychelles Islands for 8 years before he was found again and then killed, like hung for his crimes. But like they were there like, yeah, we'll forgive you if you give us our stuff back. And he went, no, I'm not gonna do that.
He's like, I'm gonna have a good 8 years instead.
Yeah, like, it was like, 6 years. But, like, he was like, yeah, I'm going to retire. And then he did, and had a lovely time on an island for 6 years, but then, yes, was found and killed. But you're like, come on, man. You were given the opportunity here, and you didn't take it? Okay. I mean, I guess you're a pirate, so it makes sense, but geez.
I do like your real life pirates list here.
I cannot begin to describe to you how much I'm obsessed with boats. And boats, the good boats, the tall ships, often had pirates on them, as well as other, like, lots of bad things have happened with boats, but boats are cool in themselves, and pirates are one of the fun things that happened, and so I like pirates.
Nice.
And this is the alluding to our future draft. Boat, not boat.
Boat, not a boat. Oh, that would be really good.
Anything's a boat if you're light enough.
Anything's a boat if you're stupid enough.
Well,
right.
May
Seth,
not survive.
It
But
is
who
your
cares?
4th round pick.
Okay, I'm gonna go more traditionally pirate here. Still not in the seas though. We've got Captain Shakespeare from Stardust. Has anybody seen Stardust? Played by Robert De Niro. He is the captain of the sky vessel Caspertine, who, in an excellent scene, reveals himself as a cross-dresser who abhors violence, and he's just great, dancing around in a big pink feather boa while his ship is being attacked. Phenomenal.
He's also just one of the best characters in the whole movie, because he's just like such a fun guy.
I like that you've picked a character that is known in the movie for being a fake pirate as well. Like, their entire ship's crew's reputation is built around this facade of being pirates when they're anything but, really.
Are they referred to as pirates in media? Yes.
Oh, definitely, but it's that whole bit where he
Don't take
calls
this away
him into
from me.
the captain's quarter, isn't it? And he's like, oh no, we're not actually pirates. What do you think we are? Savages. And it's just like, oh, so good.
I mean, okay. I'm becoming Jay. In what way are they a pirate?
Easy.
Because they capture lightning and sell it. Like,
no, Ollie, we've got to let Seth have this one. We've got to
Let me have this.
But they're not like capturing other vessels and stealing their stuff.
If it makes you feel any better, in the book, he's described as a friendly pirate captain. I'm looking at the wiki.
You're looking at the wiki, okay.
Like,
They make Tristan look swish, okay? Like, their wardrobe is immaculate.
That's true.
I mean, I don't have enough information on who this character is to vote yay or nay, but they are called Captain, so I assume they're a pirate.
Okay, I will give it to you because they're self-described as pirates, but they don't do anything that is technically piratical, I would argue. So, questionable.
Neither do I,
I'll
for
give it
what it's
to you.
worth.
I mean, obviously kidnapping people is bad because they do kidnap and Yvain, the star, but that's the kidnapper. I feel like piracy requires boarding of another vessel to steal their stuff, or stealing from a city, I guess.
Interesting notes, but I'm keeping them.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Pex, up to you.
Yep. So my fourth pirate pick. I know at least one of you knows who this is. I'm not sure about the other two, but my fourth pirate pick is CGP Grey. So CGP Grey is a YouTuber who makes a whole bunch of educational videos. The reason why I am referring to CGP Grey as a pirate is because there are two videos, How to Be a Pirate Captain and The Business of Piracy, How Pirate Ships Actually Worked, in which CGP Grey plays a pirate captain and a pirate quartermaster. So therefore he is in media as a pirate, playing two different roles on pirate ships in that media as well. So I think absolutely has to count as a pirate.
We're really stretching the definitions here.
I'll take
I'll
that.
take that,
Google
yeah.
gives you pirate stick figures and they look fun, and I may go watch these videos.
They are actually
these
really
sound
good
good.
videos. I do recommend.
CGP Grey's videos are great.
They also kind of secretly explain that the captain isn't really the most powerful person on a pirate ship.
No. That's usually the quartermaster, I think.
Indeed.
The more you know.
The more you know.
Can you just put the music in for that, Pex? Thanks.
But
No.
yeah, but that was, I think, only on pirate ships. That wasn't the way that it worked on Navy ships.
No, like
The
captain does
captain
have
was-
power in the Navy, but on the pirate ship, the captain is an elected role. So the quartermaster kind of runs the election process and ensures that the votes are counted fairly. If people want mutiny, they basically are calling a vote to see whether or not they want to replace their captain.
Very democratic. You know? They knew what
What
was going
voting
on.
system did they use?
I think
Was
they
it
had...
first past the post? Was it proportional representation? Well, it can't be proportional
They
representation. can
use
it?
single transferable votes with multiple votes being different.
Interesting. Noted.
There you go.
guess
That was
it's-
the nerdiest series of jokes I think we could possibly have made. Jay, you're the final pick of the fourth round.
To continue to nerd it up, Ollie, when you were talking about Edward England, I decided to do a spot of Googling, and one of the first images that comes up is the Jolly Roger flag. And I thought for a moment, I was like, oh my gosh, is this a fact that we could have talked about with the, you know, who was the first to fly the Jolly Roger? And some very frantic Googling later, my fourth round pick is Emmanuel Wynne, who was a French pirate of the 17th century and often considered the first pirate to fly the Jolly Roger. Another fun fact that I've learned while doing some frantic Googling is that the original Jolly Roger flag actually had an hourglass symbol underneath the traditional skull and crossbones. That was something that was an added motif which was meant to signify to their prey that time was running out and only by timely surrender could they evade death, which is fantastic.
That is really solid. There are some really good pirate flags out there, because lots of them had the classic ones, but lots of them really iterated on it, and it was like, okay, how close do you have to be to read this, actually? Because some of them you're like, that's quite detailed, dude. Like, chill your beans.
Yeah, if it can't be drawn by a child, it's not a good flag.
Facts.
So many good pirate flags.
Like, yeah, the Blackbeard flag was like a devil dancing, going to stab a heart, which is cool as hell, like a skeleton devil. It's cool as hell, but it's also like, readability from a distance, babe. Come on.
If anyone would like an entertaining Google, if you Google pirate flags throughout history, seeing people get creative with coming up with their own iterations of the Jolly Roger or otherwise, that there are some really cool flags out there.
I'm just picturing Ollie in a room with Blackbeard going, come on, babe. Sort out your flag design.
Look, I understand
see
it's
what
all
that
very
is.
intimidating, but if you're coming from away over the horizon, you need something that's readable immediately. Strike fear from the beginning. You can't have them squinting trying to tell which pirate you are. They need to know immediately.
Am I supposed to be scared? I'm not sure.
I think if you want to strike fear on the seas, the only flag you need is red, white, and blue. Nothing's more scarier than a Union Jack.
Oh, I thought you meant the French. And I was like...
There's a lot of red, white, and blue flags.
Or the Americans.
Or the Americans.
Dutch, maybe.
Not
We
the Spanish,
really weren't
though.
great in
They
history,
weren't.
were we? But nobody expects the Spanish.
Not with red, white, and blue, granted.
Definitely not with red, white, and blue.
Right.
I guess the Australians as well. They would have had-
Yeah, the Australians, technically too.
So many.
Jay, do you want to do your final pick of the Pirates draft?
I'm kind of sad because I've got quite a few pirates left on my list that I want to give airtime to. But for the draft, my final pick is going to be John Silver. For me, best known from the Disney film Treasure Planet, John Silver is a cyborg with the Swiss Army knife of all arms. Can do just about anything. It's fantastic. But also, fun fact for our listeners, if you go onto, I think it's Apple Books back in the day, and you look for free books that you can read that you don't have to buy or pay for, you can get a free copy of Treasure Island, which Treasure Planet is based off of. And it wasn't until I read Treasure Island that I realized that the storylines are exactly the same. Disney just put them in space. So John Silver is from both Treasure Planet and Treasure Island and is a fantastic pirate in both being this kind of parental figure to the main protagonist, but ultimately betrays him in favor of treasure and glory. And that is your stereotypical evil pirate. When we think about kind of pirates as this kind of scary thing, you don't want to come across a pirate on the seas, even if they look damn good doing it.
Which, speaking of looking damn good, being John Silver, Muppet Treasure Island, it's Tim Curry who plays John Silver, which really can't go wrong. Which highly recommend as a film to watch. Top tier, Muppet Treasure Island.
For anyone who is a Treasure Planet fan, I'll just say if you've got the makings of greatness in you, well, you're definitely watching our podcast.
Beautiful.
Best quote, instant cry.
My final pick, I'll be honest, I didn't really have many great choices for this one. I was considering picking Andrew Panton on the basis that he's well known for shenanigans in Sea of Thieves, and so it's kind of a pirate. But I've decided instead I'm just going to be a shill for votes. So there's someone called Yondu, who is a pirate in the
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Avengers, is it?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
That one.
Yeah.
So yeah, Yondu is on my boards.
That's a good one. Yondu is a very fun character, but how dare you be a shill, Pex? Come on.
There you go. So vote for me if you like Yondu.
Ignore the others, just Yondu.
There was a pre-show discussion that I'm not sure we recorded, and for any listeners who may be thinking, but Yondu is a Ravager, not a pirate, I have given special dispensation to the Ravagers because space pirates, I mean, they're as close as it gets to
We've
being a
already
pirate.
picked multiple space pirates. Like, Ravagers are space pirates, right?
Yeah, we'll say that they fit the spirit of being a space pirate. I like it.
All right, I guess that makes it my final pick. My final pick. I had a few choices. Surprisingly, I actually had more than one left at the end here. But I'm going to go with the pirate that is stuck in my brain from my childhood the most, which is Rockhopper, the Club Penguin pirate. Does anyone remember Rockhopper from Club
This
Penguin?
is an amazing pick. Yes.
He was a red penguin. He had a red puffle. He has the Jolly Roger on his hat, but it's a puffle instead of a skull. And people would always say, like, "Oh, I've just seen Rockhopper down in the city or whatever, or down by the lighthouse," because occasionally the devs of the game would show up in game as Rockhopper, just to wander around a bit and spread a bit of mystery and intrigue. And it would always lead to people being like, let's go and see if we can tip the iceberg, which was fun little urban legend in the
Sad
game.
Club Penguin got shut down. It was so good.
There are still ways to play Club Penguin. That is all that I will say.
The secret
If you're willing
ways.
to sail the high seas yourself, as it were.
Arr.
And that's my final pick. Rockhopper from Club Penguin. He's
Great
just a
pick.
vibe.
That's a really good one. But yes. So to finish the draft, I'm going with my final pick of Steed Bonnet. The real guy again, rather than the version from the TV show that I can't remember the name
Our
of.
Flag Means Death.
Our Flag Means Death, yes. Which Our Flag Means Death does actually manage to keep to the movements of Stede Bonnet and Blackbeard that we know of, actually surprisingly well. Because, yeah, Stede Bonnet basically one day woke up. This is a relatively, like, well-off guy. He has land, he's got money. He buys a ship, which for pirates is unheard of, because you're a pirate, you steal a ship. Do you have any idea how expensive a ship is? Fuck me, come on. So he goes and he buys a ship, and then he gets a crew that he then pays wages, rather than the way that you would usually do it, which is whatever we steal will split into fair things and portion out. So he pays them wages, and like basically is like, cool, I was bored, I'm gonna go and fucking steal shit from people for
Was
funsies.
Stede
And then
Bonnet
he did that.
LARPing?
Stede Bonnet was actually fucking LARPing, except like in a situation where if he gets caught, he actually gets killed. Like, what the hell, man? Anyway, but yeah, so he does actually go out, pay his crew a wage. The crew is like, sure, okay, you're kind of pathetic, man, because you don't know anything about sailing, or like, he doesn't know anything. He's never fucking been on a boat in his life. Like, meets up with Blackbeard for a while and like works together, and then there's a whole like shenanigans that goes on where like it's just absolutely mental. Like, a bunch of Blackbeard's crew, I think, at one point got marooned, and then Stede Bonnet kind of swans up and goes and picks them up and is there just like, oh, come along. Like, what the hell?
So good.
And like, the Our Flag Mean Death is a really, really good TV show. I would highly recommend it if you can find a place to watch it. But just the real guy, fucking wild. Like, what reason have you got to do this? And quite a lot of the pirates, the really famous ones, did start off pretty rich and would just kind of went out and did this for funsies. But Stede Bonnet just, like, didn't do it like anyone else. Everyone else had experience on ships beforehand, and this guy just didn't. Which is... What is wrong with you, man?
Oh,
but yeah,
that's
there you go.
magnificent.
You've also managed to find two characters from Assassin's Creed, which is well played.
Yeah, so quite a lot of these people are in Assassin's Creed because Assassin's Creed is based vaguely around the real people who were around at that time. So yeah, there you go. Stede Bonnet, the real man. What a weirdo. Really made some decisions, but hey, I mean, you do you, boo, I guess.
Well,
So, yeah.
that concludes the draft board. Does anyone have any honourable mentions they want to chuck on the board?
I do, and it's Captain Pugwash, who I really wanted to put on my board, but he's not real. I fucking love Captain Pugwash. I was reading a thing where apparently there was going to be a movie, a live-action movie, with Nick Frost as Captain Pugwash, but it got like completely cancelled because of funding or something, which I'm heartbroken about, because Nick Frost is Captain Pugwash. Look at him. He's perfect. How could they do this to me? How could they take this from me?
He looks like pop-up pirate a little bit.
He does. There you go. There's another. Is that really from media?
Yeah, that totally counts. It's a pirate. It's a toy, but it's a pirate.
I mean, if that counts, we could have had the matey bubble bath. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bubble bath with the pirate on in the shape of a pirate.
Speaking of inanimate honourable mentions, I was going to say the animatronic pirates from Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean ride. They are amazing. I mean, I don't know how long the ride's been running now, but I rode it last October, and seeing them still just be like, har, har, fiddly dee, just
So good.
so good.
You could do similar with the ones at Legoland as well on the Pirates ride.
Oh, Lego Pirates.
So
They could
good.
have made the list.
Does Foxy Five Nights at Freddy count?
Yeah, actually.
Yes!
Foxy's a pirate.
Foxy's a pirate.
I had potential to do a whole board of Star Wars pirates. That was something I'd considered. Because, I mean, I think you have to concede that Han Solo is a pirate as well.
He is not a pirate. He's a
He
smuggler. That's a different thing.
I'm sorry, but you see him multiple times break onto other people's ships to steal things from them. That is piracy activity.
Oh,
That's
no,
not just
okay.
smuggling.
I take it back now. You're right.
He's
He
an
is a pirate.
unrecognised pirate.
Kay Vess, similarly, who is the protagonist in Outlaws, so I won't go any further in case Ollie is going to play it.
Yes, thank you.
I also would mention Gorian Shard, who is the pirate who attacks the city in The Mandalorian. So, yeah, there's a whole bunch of different pirates from the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
On brand for you.
Yeah.
I had one that was kind of on brand for me. The protagonist in Final Fantasy XII is a sky pirate. But I can remember how to pronounce his name, whether it's Van or Van or Vaughn. I forget, so I was just going to leave that. But I've done it now anyway.
Someone's going to be
question.
on the comments.
I wanted
We
to
kind of
mention
did it at the
Sinbad,
start.
but when you Google Sinbad, Sinbad was not a pirate. Sinbad was a merchant. But in Hollywood media, Sinbad comes up as being like a pirate. And I didn't want you guys Google fact-checking me on that one, so I tucked him away. And I'm surprised Monkey D. Luffy didn't come up. I did have them on my bonus if I didn't get to them. But Monkey D. Luffy's a great pirate.
Just
King of the pirates,
every
in fact.
One Piece character pretty much is its whole own separate draft, just because there's so many good ones out there.
We could do a One Piece draft. Also, the fact that One
Get
Piece
Pex
is
to watch
finishing
the
its
whole
first
One
season
Piece.
after so many years is amazing.
Wait,
It's a one
its
season
first
show,
season?
everybody. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah.
Season
the live
one is
action
ending.
Slaps.
Okay, well, shall we take this opportunity to wrap up our boards? Remember, you can vote for your favourite of us on our Spotify poll. Jay?
My picks this week were Mark Watney from The Martian, Captain Barbossa from Pirates of the Caribbean, Davy Jones, specifically from SpongeBob, Emmanuel Wynne, the first person to fly the Jolly Roger, and John Silver from Treasure Planet.
My Pex picks this week were Hondo Onaka from Star Wars, Captain Pringle from John Finnemore's Souvenir Programme, Guybrush Threepwood from the Monkey Island series, CGP Grey from YouTube, and Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy. Seth?
All right, and mine were Ridley, the space pirate from Super Metroid, you, because you are a pirate from Lazy Town, me, because I sang that same song on stage, Captain Shakespeare from Stardust, and Rockhopper from Club Penguin.
And Ollie.
My real people pirate draft is Amaro Pargo, who was an asshole, Anne Bonny, very famous female pirate, Edward England, who was apparently too nice, Oliver Levasseur, otherwise known as Labouche, because he was an asshole, and Steed Bonnet, who was a gentleman pirate, and very strange.
So yeah, please do vote for your favourites and leave a comment for any pirates we have missed out, and for what you think the name for a pirate ship that contained us four should be. because I think that will be
A
terrible.
disaster.
The snake draft.
If you liked the episode, please do leave a like, follow, subscribe, do all those things. Tell a friend in order to get them listening, because that really does help us out. And if you didn't like it, go to your nearest port, demand some booty, and give your opinion on this podcast for the first sailor to start beating you up. Thank you very much for listening. Next week's episode, Sef, what are we doing?
Oh, was it me?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I think it's your
I don't know,
anthems
man.
one.
You get to choose.
What was it?
I think it's your anthems one, Sef.
My what one?
Emo anthems.
Oh, emo anthems. Yes.
Seth losing themselves.
I couldn't hear
their
you.
damn minds.
Pex, you were so quiet. Yeah, emo anthems. Just we're going to be making little playlists of emo anthems.
Hell yeah.
And I will be taking them all at the end and making a mega playlist, which I'm sure we'll be able to drop in show notes
Yeah.
afterwards.
We will chuck up a Spotify playlist with 24 emo anthems for your browsing pleasure. Yep. Thank you for listening. Have a good week.
Have
Goodbye.
a good week. Goodbye. Yar.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
What the fuck?
And it will be a physical fight. I will come through the screen and get you if somebody steals it from me. I will not
Well, I know what
elaborate
I'm
on
picking.
exactly what that
And
that
then they'll
entails,
be
but you're going to find
dead!
out.
Exclamation mark.
Me.
You're going to pick things that are not traditionally emo and be like, yeah, this is totally an emo song. It's just like, I'll make a man out of you from Mulan or something.
Classic.
It's just all going to be Charlie XCX songs.
Yes, I will be making a sword. And therefore not at home.
Awesome.
That's exciting.
Nice.
It's very exciting.
I look
Yes,
forward to
my
seeing your soul.
birthday present to myself, as well as some of my parents' birthday present to me, was a sword making course, and I'm very excited. And I will be making a cutlass. Thank you very much.
That's very cool.
That's so cool.
So, yes,
So
I'm
I
very,
could have
very
drafted
excited.
you this whole time.
You could have drafted me this whole time.
No.
Yes.
We just have to put you
I
on a
have
boat.
been on a boat. I'm willing to do crimes. I have a cool pirate outfit, and I will soon have a cutlass.
I'm so glad we got
anagrams.
that on the record. Thank you.
That's,
Every day I
that's
get
definitely
closer.
going in the
I mean,
poster.
technically, I did draft you, just so we're clear.
Yes, you did. That's
Yeah,
true.
that's
I have
true.
been drafted. Assigned
My
pirate.
massive boat.
You boys get that? Moving in.
No!